Benny and Alex.
What's up, Dan?
I've been playing a lot of Agents of Mayhem.
All right.
This is from Volition, the folks that brought you the Saints Row.
I mean, clearly this is the new Saints Row sequel, what with all the fleur-de-lis and the purple everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
right? That's what this is?
Yeah, and like these are characters, like this is Persephone, she was in Get Out of Hell. So this kind of is a Saints Row thing. It's
Wait, is this a crossover?
It's
a
in-universe?
spin-off type thing. Yeah, it's in universe.
Okay.
Yeah, like one of my guys, it looks a lot like Oleg from the old games.
Wait,
basically it follows up on the Rebuild the Earth ending of Get Out of Hell. Like that was one of the endings you could get. It's like, hey, let's redo all
I'm going to
this.
be honest. I have forgotten the endings of Get Out of Hell because I only got one of them and I didn't like it, so I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I did not like that game too much either. So let's just hop into. We'll go into one.
But this
of
is
the
a
missions here.
Crackdown game.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're jumping around a city and you're collecting stuff, but this is not associated with the Crackdown.
Is it Crackdown-like?
It's.
I guess
it's more-
crack-like. Yeah, I guess it's
more
more what I meant to say.
Sprinkle a little bit of Crackdown into Saints Row, and you have an idea of what this is. But
All right.
Here's the core of this game, and what makes it different than Saints Row in a big way is you can swap between 3 characters at any point. So you're building your loadout. There are 12 people you can unlock. These are 3 of my favorites right here. I just got this ninja. She's pretty great. So I'll let you guys pick my squad here. All
right.
Okay.
Hollywood and Soccer Man are out on a mission right now.
How about Face?
Face?
Face Man.
This
Down.
guy?
Yeah.
He's great. He's real good. All right. Who else?
Okay, that guy is just in the Saints, straight up. That dude, he's wearing a fucking purple blazer.
Pick the guy who's in the Saints. What's
I mean,
his
he
name?
did.
Yeah, I got
did.
Oni, yeah. We got Braddock's awesome.
Oh, I meant the guy with the
Roller Girl. She's
fleur de
great.
I
lis
like
hat.
Daisy. I like that American flag minigun.
Okay, and we'll give Vinny a choice here for this one. Who do you want?
I was gonna pick the guy with the hat, the baseball
There are
cap.
several hats. Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
He's all right.
I do like the ninja.
Oh, he looks like he doesn't want to be there anymore. In his picture, he looked like he was ready to go, and now his facial expression here
He is
is
standing like he pooped himself.
a little
He is,
uncertain.
yeah.
Can I see the woman next to him?
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Okay.
And then Ninja's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeti is great.
Oh yeah, pick the Yeti. Look at that
Yeti's
guy.
cool. Okay, so he'll be the. Okay, this is a.
What do you? I don't know.
You
what
might have too
do.
many heavies
Are
on
you
this
sitting
team.
down at a table to like negotiate?
No, I'm killing things.
Okay.
So I got 2 big heavies here. Let's get rid of one of them.
I'm still a little confused.
Okay.
All right, this is in the Saints universe for sure.
Yeah. It's the Ultor Corporation, Persephone.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Why don't you
Great.
bring back the ninja, and we'll try Daisy next time.
I like the ninja. Okay. All right.
I could
that's
go
a hell
for
of a
more
team.
Saints, so I'm up for that.
Okay.
But when I saw the gameplay, okay, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Let's. So this is cool too. The difficulties, you can set like 20 different difficulties here.
Oh.
And so as you're leveling up and everything, if you want to get some more rewards, you can certainly do that. Right now,
Okay.
I'm on 8. It starts you at 2. So let's go ahead and deploy here. So this place we are now is called the Ark.
Should I grab a controller?
It is not a multiplayer game. Benny.
yourselves.
Well, that's confusing.
I think a lot of people expected it because ever since Saints Row 2, co-op has definitely been a big part of the series. This is a single-player game.
It's also a multi-character game, so you would just think.
Yes.
What's the story here?
Okay, so it's very much kind of like going for a G.I. Joe kind of super agent, team and super villain, like cartoonish comic book bad guys building like a space laser.
Yeah.
So that's Legion are the bad guys. And that's a big acronym, and Mayhem is an acronym.
Yep.
So we're the agents of Mayhem here. I forget how the Ultor Corporation ties in. They have been mentioned though, so like this is 100% in universe. Although this is set in Seoul, South Korea.
Does it have anything to do with Red Faction?
I'm not. Well, I mean, the Ultor Corporation is also in that universe.
Yeah.
So I guess this is also in the Red Faction universe. There's no Geomod in this. So let me show you what you can do here. So every character can triple jump. So
Okay.
remember how Saints 4 and Get Out of Hell and everything, like, it felt less like a GTA clone like the early Saints
Yeah.
Rows because like,
Yes.
you could like fly around
Yeah.
in those games. This one dials it back kind of to like Saints Row the 3rd levels by, you're not flying, but you can triple jump.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else also has a circle ability. Oni can disappear for a bit here. And then, like, I think Yeti has the air dash. Let me switch over to him.
I like the look of this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Actually,
That's
you know
all
what? I am not big on the look of it.
Yeah.
You're wrong, Vinny.
No.
I just think the city is kind of lifeless. There's not a lot of variety, and then they do these animated cutscenes that I think look just kind of cheap. I'm not too big on those. The characters are cool. I like the design of a lot of the characters.
Wait, stop moving again?
Okay.
This will be trouble.
Okay. It's got like a weird, like, shaking it out there for a second.
Idle animation?
Yeah, like run and stop again. It's like his underwear is a little too tight. Just like, gotta work that one out.
Yep.
Nobody saw that,
I mean, look,
right?
there's people around. He can't just, he can't just put the hands down the pants to get it all together.
So here's a nice thing you can do. At any point, you can press up on the D-pad.
It'll
be a car in. It's a fun little animation.
Oh, that's kind of... Wait,
yeah.
So is he a digital... Are they really in this world?
They are. I don't know what that's all about.
It's the future. I don't know.
Although when you get out, you just open the door and get out.
What if you get back in?
Why not?
Does every character do that?
Yeah, everyone's got a different thing. Let's try... There's a lot of unlockable vehicles and stuff, too. Let's see what Oni here does.
Well, you can just go back to that car, right?
Well, I want to make it cool.
Oh, the car just... What? Are you sure this game looks pretty great, Dan?
Hey, I never said this game is bad.
Well, you said you didn't like the look of it. Is that car driving backwards?
I think it got hit by my car.
Yeah, you broke the AI by doing that.
Yeah.
There's something about the look here I actually really like.
Okay.
It looks very clean. It's almost got like Overwatch-ish quality.
I was going to say, the thing feels very much like a giant Overwatch map.
Yeah. I can see that, yeah. So this game does have a lot of cool things going for it. I like a lot of the abilities for these characters. There are issues I have with this game for sure. It gets very repetitive. A lot of missions take place in these underground layers that are like visually identical, and there's really not a lot going on there.
Maybe it is a little more like Crackdown.
Are they like procedurally generated?
You know
or
what?
are they
I was trying to figure that out because it does seem like it's like these modular components that are kind of the same, through each of them.
It's infectious.
But let me show you some of these upgrades here. So I go to my squad here. So there's a lot in this game. Okay, so you get gadgets. So I got a special slot here, and that just the special is R1, and so I can decide kind of what status effects I want it to cause here. And sometimes it'll totally change, like what type of gun you're shooting or whatever. This one is just this like critical shot thing for the gadget. There's also the weapon modifier here, which changes. There's a lot of numbers and modifications in this.
Right.
There's passive abilities here. And you can also build this Legion tech stuff, which you can slot into those three things. There's also these upgrades, which are like a skill point system, and every time you level up, you get a point, and you can put into one of these here.
And are you just getting XP for mission completion, or like
and killing things and everything?
Okay.
Yeah,
collecting stuff.
Yeah, I'll show you that too. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, each person at the bottom here has a squad bonus one. So like if I have Oni in my squad and I level that thing up, everyone will do bonus damage to weak points.
Okay, so you in the upgrade thing it said level 20, you got like another tier?
I don't know. I have not gotten to level 20 with any character yet.
Is that the max, you assume?
I would imagine, because the agency level, which is kind of an overarching thing, maxes at 20, and I'm at that now. Which that's a whole other thing. I'll show you back at the arc. There's so much. So the things you collect are these core shards, and if you get 10 of them, you get a core upgrade, which is like one of these red things that I put into these slots. These are permanent upgrades. Each character has 3 possible ones. I think I've pretty much filled out everyone's, but these are bigger upgrades. And then everyone also has all these different abilities. They have their Mayhem ability when this meter fills up. They've got their standard attack. They've got the special thing that operates on a cooldown. They've got the dashes or the air thing. Some people can climb walls. They have these specializations that, skin piercer, armor piercer, all this stuff. There's just a lot going on here, and there's 12 different characters. So there's a ton of variety to how you can approach this stuff. And I really enjoyed it.
But maybe the variety is a little lacking in the actual mission design versus like what you can do with the characters.
Yeah, like there are the main story missions, which like this one here is a main story mission. This will probably be a little more unique.
Okay.
But a lot of what you're doing is going to these Legion layers, which are cut and paste repeatedly. Let's start here. So
kill that K-pop.
So this guy here, let me show you. He's got some really cool stuff. All right, so if I aim at people, like he has this aura of like fear around him that causes people around me to panic. But if I aim at someone, it slows them down and stuns them and all this stuff. So he's got some really weird abilities. He's not like the biggest firepower guy, but he can really screw up, with debuff stuff for other characters. Actually, let's ice this.
Yeah, that'll do.
So this gun freezes. You see that blue that's filling up? You
Where?
see next to my reticle, that blue bar?
Oh, yeah, okay.
So once it goes all the way to the top, my gun totally freezes, and to shoot it again, I have to melee, but this is like a giant frozen melee thing. That'll really
So it's like the opposite of
out.
overheating.
Yeah, and it's actually good when you overheat that, because you get that super attack.
Oh, okay, so that'll do pretty decent damage?
Oh yeah, that does a ton. And the ninja here is all melee. She's the only all melee character that I've seen.
Hey, if you switch back to
impressive.
Iceman, will his gun still be at the same level?
I think so. Yeah. It's going down.
Okay.
So I take it back. She can throw knives as a projectile, but her main attacks are these sword attacks, which are pretty helpful.
The people who are chatting to you, are they other agents like Persephone and?
Persephone's kind of like the boss of the whole thing. There's also like this HR lady, Friday. So yeah, there are various characters that'll talk to you.
She can move, huh?
Oh yeah.
She is a ninja.
Here's that's one of the shards there. So once I get to 10, I'll get another one of those bonus upgrade things.
Are they all around the city? You can collect them at any time?
Yeah. And I can buy an upgrade that'll like let me scan for those. Like there's a scan here if I want to look for treasure chests or objectives and things.
Do you have a world map?
Yeah.
Will that stuff show up on there?
No, right now it doesn't. But your activities and everything will show up here. And you unlock warp points, and there are also tons of little side activities and stuff to do here. Nothing quite as wacky as like the insurance fraud and all that stuff in Saints Row.
I mean, it seems like a very different game.
It is. I mean, the thing is, its tone kind of is going for the same thing. It's kind of the super wacky.
It's the Volition style of
Yeah.
weird comedy.
Yeah, although I'll say it has not been great. It's a lot of like, hey, cussing is funny. Hey, it's just cussing for cussing's sake and everything, which I mean, cussing's fine, but nothing's been particularly clever that I've seen.
Right.
Like this game hasn't really made me laugh. It's trying real hard sometimes, and sometimes it gets a little like, this is not great. But
a little groan-worthy.
yeah. I have not been too into it. It feels like they were trying to kind of like ape that Saint style of humor, but something's just not clicking with it.
I kind of am really into all the packaging here, though. Like,
Yeah, like there are pieces of this that I think look really cool.
and like,
yeah.
and like solid. Like there's something like real polished looking about at least the aesthetic and the again the like what they're presenting. Having not played it, I have no idea.
I'll say there is a good amount of jank. I have had 2 times that I had to restart the system or restart the game because things got screwed up. Oh, watch this! I can melee and I can teleport to my sword and then
That's
can attack.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it gets kind of janky. There's a lot of like kind of fade in, fade out type stuff, like draw distance issues. And then just like straight up glitches sometimes, like characters getting stuck in the air, things like that. It's weird. I liked it more when I first started, and as I've played more and seen how repetitive it can get, I've liked it less, but I'm still enjoying it.
Right.
I think this is a good game, but
We can certainly try, though.
there are elements that are
Another
difficult.
spot.
Is there kind of a narrative you've been able to follow? Like, are you leading up to something?
Yeah, so there are like 5 lieutenants.
God,
there are like
there's
5
so
different
much pressure
bosses
on our
for
network.
Legion, and I'm just kind of working my way through them.
They don't happen to control individual portions of the city, do they?
No, it's
Okay.
actually not. It's not the like territory-based stuff or anything like that. No, it's pretty linear.
Okay, but to be fair, you can understand why I might have thought
Oh,
that.
totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, those games have definitely done it before. So as far as the actual missions, so let's see if I can even pull that up here. Yeah, okay. So I'm on this main story mission up here. But there are also these agent operations that are tied to specific ones. And that's how you unlock everyone. You start with just 3. It's kind of like a loyalty thing in Mass Effect where it's like, here's one where you're not switching between 3 people. You're just playing as Braddock or Daisy or whatever and following their story.
So when you said they were out on a mission, was that a narrative thing, or did you like assign people to?
So that's another thing I'll show you once the mission's done from the Arc, because you can send out people on these global missions.
Okay, like Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah, or like that
sorry.
stuff we saw in Yakuza where you're sending people out to, like, oh, go find these
Sure.
resources or whatever. Let's see. So it's all about buffs and debuffs. There's just tons of stuff here where you learn how abilities play off each other, where it's like, okay, well, they're going to be vulnerable if they're in this circle, and then if I add this Legion tech to this ability or whatever, it'll also,
Stack
it'll add Enfeeble, so, they're vulnerable and their attacks aren't doing much. It's a lot of that stuff, and it's fun. It's fun toying around with that stuff for sure.
Do you find it just?
an entry point into it so I can hack her directly.
Do you find it just faster to run than like take a car?
If it's like over like 600 or 700 meters, I'll typically I'll grab a car. There's a little
There's some Saints Row.
hacking minigame. The bosses and the boss fights have actually been one of the highlights of the gameplay for me. Like, those have been pretty clever and fun, and those don't feel samey like a lot of the rest of the game does. Let's bring in Yeti here. What am I protecting the bus from?
Enemies somewhere.
Where the hell are they?
I kind of like his like little rocket jump.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh, here we go.
I hope you have an update for me.
So like that makes him really vulnerable and stunned. That's my special ability.
And do you just have like a melee button?
Yeah, R3.
So when you kill someone, does everyone on your team at that point get XP?
Everyone in the squad.
Okay.
So the 3 you've got with you. So I've kind of tried to... I like playing as pretty much everyone, so I swap people in and out quite a bit.
Right, just make sure they're all kind of getting a little bit of a rub on it.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, if you bring in, like, if you get a new character and they're level 3 or whatever, you can put them on a team with 14s and 15s or whatever and get them up real quick.
Is it... Do you feel like it's weird that you can only... Like, you just can't switch to anybody?
Well, I mean, having to, like, cycle between, like, 12 characters might be a lot, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's probably smart to...
Oh.
What?
I don't know if you protected the bus.
I cut her connection. The music stopped and she can't access the sin. If we get closer to her, I'm sure we can
I think it blew up on purpose.
Yeah.
Wait. That gives me an idea.
What's that?
I think I know how we can confront
Saints
her
Row
directly.
teleporter thing.
Let me run it by
where?
Persephone.
To your right.
Oh, that little icon?
Yeah.
That's just, like, the start of a mission.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you some of the ARC stuff here, too.
Who got play of the game?
I think that's the last upgrade core I
This
need.
is really Overwatchy.
Yeah, totally. So you can always go back to the ARC here. And that's kind of, after I do a few missions, typically I go back to the ARC. Oh, wait, hang on. Watch this.
Keep a fierce reputation by shooting any man who laughs.
So whenever you're loading to the ARC, which, is that a G.I. Joe thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Kinda.
all right. So they do that every time you load
It's
back
like
to the ARC.
the more you know kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a little joke or whatever, and then they do that jingle. So here, there are things in the world map that you can take over, like storefronts and things like that, that'll make you money, which I don't know how this works, because right now it says I have 0 out of 4, but I got all 4 of them, and it never really gave me any indication of like, hey, this is going to go for X amount of time or X amount of dollars, then it's going to go away, because they're not on the map anymore. It hasn't said if I can get them again, but it says I have 0 and I have no money coming in. So it's really not great at explaining a lot. Like, there are a billion systems in this game, and most of them work. But some of them are a little confusing. So this is the overall agency upgrade stuff. And so I have an agency level of 20, and you can see the 6s and 10s. Once I got to that, it unlocks these bigger overarching things.
Right.
And these are really expensive, so I've got a few more that I need to get. Can I get that one? No, not yet. So yeah, those affect everyone all the time.
And then DLC.
Yeah. And then over
Is
here...
there like skins and stuff right now?
There are skins. Yeah, the DLC, like I've got this one legal action pending set. That's why my ninja looks like a Ninja Turtle, and people look like comic characters and stuff. There's all these unlockable cards, but you find blueprints and everything. All the cards have different skins you can get.
The cars don't like transform as you upgrade them, right?
There's no transforming. No.
They're just
no
cars.
leveling up. So that's the thing. Like, I really liked in the Saints games how you could do these insane upgrades that by the end you're running super fast and you're basically invulnerable and you never have to reload. And I felt like you felt stronger and bigger and faster as you went on with the Saints games. But here, it starts with the mobility stuff. You know, everyone's got their triple jump, but you're not really like leveling that up or anything. So it's not that cool feeling of like, I can jump over that building now. This is awesome.
I feel like some of that broke for me in the last Saints Row game.
Yeah, I think 4 got too much with that.
Yeah. 4 went a little up its own ass with that stuff.
Yeah, I think 3 was all right with it.
Yes, 3 was a good balance for everything, like the comedy, the game design, like all that stuff came together best, I think, in that game.
Yeah, definitely. So this is Gremlin. She can build stuff. So this stuff bugs me too, because it's not super cheap. Like some of them, I mean, relatively, I guess it's cheap. But these are one-time use things, and they can be super useful. Like I can make a lightning storm, or I can call down this laser, or I can shoot like a giant bowling ball at people, and this is super effective. But
they're consumable. Yeah,
and it's tied to L1. So like there have been a couple times where it's just like I fat fingered it and hit L1 or something, and it's like, oh well, there goes that thing I was saving.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not a cooldown or anything. You just buy it, and then you've got it.
What is the cooldown? What are they saying is the cooldown on that thing then?
There is between like times you can do it. Like if I have 5 of them, you know, you can't just like shoot 5 bowling balls.
Gotcha.
And then this is where you build the Legion tech stuff, which is the like here I'll do triple damage to Blitz Trooper. So I build this module and then I can slot it into one of my abilities, and that modifies that. Like, as far as customization, there really is a ton of stuff.
It honestly feels almost like a little overmuch. Like they maybe could have scaled a couple of these back and might have been able to like fine tune it a little better.
Yeah, like I mean, look, you go into a thing and it's gadgets, and then there are 3 gadgets, upgrades. There are 4 of those. There are all these core upgrades, the Legion Tech modules, and everything. Like there's on top of the abilities they already have.
Well, is the problem that it just doesn't feel as meaningful? Like each little thing doesn't feel
important? Occasionally you'll get a thing, like for Braddock here, I got a thing that, let me show it here. Yeah, this cluster rocket. So that changed my R1 special ability from this gun that can shoot through walls to this like rocket cluster thing. Which that changed a lot, but a lot of the stuff you put on is just like numerical, like debuff, you know, or stat stuff. And it helps. It's good to put all this stuff on, but it's not like you get a level up thing and then you're like, all right, this is a totally different.
It's like a little more like Borderlands, like assembling the gun, like different ammo, different stuff that has like fire ammo and that kind of stuff, right? Like electricity ammo and.
Yep. So this is the Rec Room, which is like a VR training thing, and you can unlock core upgrades through here. So let's do a totally different squad here. We've seen these guys. Let's get in. I like Braddock a lot. I like Fortune a lot, and I like Jewel a lot. Let's do those 3. And then, so you've got skins for everyone here. Gun skins, people skins. This is the legal action pending one. It's just Harley Quinn.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think Harley Quinn's a terrible character, so I'll never put that on. So let's...
What other skins did you get?
Let's see.
I'm looking to spend money, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Show me what I could buy.
Actually, I think these are unlocked in-game. Like, you can find a lot of stuff. Oh, wait, is that a fucking Predator?
It sure is.
That's a Predator reference. Holy shit, I want that. Okay, that's a Napoleon Dynamite reference. It's a lot of references. Mayhem Soldier. Okay.
That might be... I don't know, that might be like a cable thing. I don't know, like the one metal arm.
That's an X-Man, right?
Yeah, that might be Bishop.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And then weapon skins, too. Like, there's just so much shit.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay. Cable Layer?
Well, that's the one that I think she has on now.
Wait, was that a skin name?
I don't know.
I want to see Fortune skins.
Oh, sorry.
Are there blind boxes?
Fortune. There are loot boxes you can find in the world.
Okay.
It's just like you hit triangle on the thing.
Oh, it's not like you're buying boxes.
No, not like
upgrades
that.
and skins.
So, Braddock's cool. She's got this 3-round burst here. She has to reload. Some characters don't have to. And then if I hit R1 for my cooldown ability, that's the cluster rocket thing. I can shoot 2 of these. A little far away, but that does a lot of damage.
I might just have a soft spot for like superhero games.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I mean, this is fun. So this one, Fortune, she's got that little drone flying around, and she'll just that'll stun characters on the battlefield. Also, it is unlimited. I don't have to reload, but once I shoot for a certain amount of time, it'll happen here in a second. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, that totally shut me down. God damn it. Come on. Okay. I hate these things. Roombas. Okay, now I'm overheating, so I'm shooting these big kind of like explosive things now.
Oh,
and then you're totally overheated and you have to wait a little bit.
Oh, okay, so you will completely overheat?
Yeah. And so I can also do that thing that, I don't know if you just saw, but I clacked my guns together and it shoots this like ball out that does a bunch of status effects. Jewel here is interesting. So she throws down a turret, and she can heal the turret by shooting it with this gun, and this gun can also damage things. And it's got kind of a home to it, so it's pretty easy to do this. My special ability here, if I hit R1, it distracts all the enemies. It makes them all look at my drone, which then becomes invulnerable. So while they're all distracted by the drone, I can just kind of come in and sweep up. And then everyone also has these Mayhem abilities, which once this little bar next to the Florida leaf fills up, I can do my Mayhem, but we won't get to see it there.
It's an interesting mix of stuff going on here.
Yeah. It's a lot, but
like hero character stuff. A lot of it looks like they're drawing from a lot of different genres of games.
Yeah, and while it can be kind of overwhelming constantly like slotting this stuff in and out, I feel like I've always known how to play every character. Like, there are 12 of them. It's not, like, too much, really.
Yeah.
And so when I bring someone in, it's rarely like, oh, what does this person do? How do I do this person special? Like, they're pretty distinct. They all play pretty different.
It still does kind of feel like, and I'm not trying to be dismissive of it, but it looks like Crackdown and Overwatch smashed together.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you're not wrong. So this is the global conflict stuff, which is you go across the map here, which I've got most of it now. And, like, these are done, so now I have contracts.
You don't want to put a satellite.
Oh, right, okay.
Over here.
Yeah, I think I know how to play XCOM.
Thank you very much.
So I can send people, if I find intel, see I have 8 intel, that's something you can find in the world when you kill people. If I had 40 intel, I could send an agent there, and it'll take, real world time.
Okay.
Like, okay, it'll be 9 minutes to find this stuff here, or if you find someone that is from this region, like this part of Africa, it'll cut it in half.
Can you go over that again? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
The one that you haven't done.
Oh, okay.
So how do you know what the reward is going to be?
You don't. A lot of times it's contracts, sometimes it's resources. So, like, I've also got all of these contracts here.
Oh, wow.
These are all new, so these are different things I'm going for to get shards and cash and all of that. So that's what a lot of the rewards for the global conflict are.
And you have to come in here and manually do this. You can't, there's no, like, autopilot on, like, just keep sending people out.
Right, you have to go back to the Ark. You go to the Ark quite a bit in this game for building new tech and all sorts of stuff. So it's a lot of bouncing back out. Man, I'm trying to think of other big parts of this. The Legion Lair thing, we didn't get to see any here. I don't know if we're going to.
Is that like a story boss fight?
Up here?
No, the Legion Lair. I don't know.
The Legion Lairs are just all over the place. They're just these underground areas, and you have to do them a lot.
Oh, this is the thing you said is kind of repetitive.
Yeah, where it almost looks like it's just like modular things put together. I'm not big on that.
Let me see some more skins.
Okay, let's go to, Hollywood. I'll pick
He's going to have a Captain America skin.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And then we'll bring Daisy in here. So, skins. She's got, this is like the Wonder Woman one I've got on.
Okay.
I also have the pink one.
Okay.
She-Devil one.
Okay.
And then skins for Hollywood. I think I might be wearing the Captain America one. Yeah, Commander
okay.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then here's the Iron Man one.
Oh, okay.
Stillwater Original, which is just, the city from Saints Row. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of Saints Row here.
Okay.
Let's see what else she's got. Is that... Oh, okay, so this one is Storm.
Okay.
I know that's an X-Man.
Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Storm's an X-Man. All right, we'll just drop down here, and I'll see if we can find some side stuff. Ooh, I must have auto-bumped it up to 10. I'll take it.
Have you found difficulties to, like, get to a point where, like, this is hard, I need to...
Yeah.
Because you can't go to 20 right now, right?
I think you have to be a certain level. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't gone all the way up to 20 yet.
And you're getting... Like, I think we saw it before, but... Oh, she's on roller skates.
Yeah.
You're getting more XP, more rewards the higher...
Bonus cash, bonus XP, yeah. It's been fun tweaking that, and like, okay, this mission, let's see if I can bump it up a couple levels here and get some bonuses. And I've died plenty, and if one person dies, they're out of the rotation, so you'll have the 2 people, but then if you pick up this fleur-de-lis thing, it'll resurrect them and give you mayhem.
The more, the merrier.
Oh dear.
So the characters are pretty one note. I mean, it's just like, here's the arrogant actor, here's the drunken roller derby girl. And the dialogue has been kind of lame. Let's see what he does when he gets in the car.
Are you saying fleur-de-lis?
He is.
I think that's how I heard it the first time, and I've always just said like Florida, the state, and then leaf is how I know that's probably not right. 'Cause I think I saw it written out once, and it's a crazy French thing. But
Fleur-de-lis.
Florida leaf.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
the fleur-de-lis.
It's fine.
Great, okay.
I'm not. I just,
Just don't say that when you're in New Orleans.
Oh no. You're also supposed to say praline when you're in New Orleans.
Yes, you are.
not
I just
praline.
wanted to cut it off before we read the comments.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yes.
So side stuff here, there will be cars around, and if you deliver them to drop off points, you can get vehicle blueprints. That's kind of how you unlock other cars.
So the cars have like different stats.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Okay.
different like speed and damage and all that stuff.
Like, can you call them in for race missions? I assume there are race missions.
What?
What?
I have not done a car chase or race mission. I don't know. I mean, this kind of counts. Like, if I got in this, it would be like, hey, get to this point while other cars are showing up and trying to kill me.
So
or
you
whatever.
can jump into any car?
Yeah.
Can you jump into a car that's on the road again?
Yeah. Once I get on the other side of this, I'll do that.
Because what happens to the driver?
The driver. Oh, that's a good
I don't know
point.
if that's important, really.
What?
That might be robot cars. This is the future, right?
Yeah, it is the future.
Yeah.
I
A
assume.
new golem has formed in the city.
See what I mean? Like,
Stop
stuff like this
it
happens
before
a
Is
lot.
that supposed to happen?
No.
I assume he's just hovering.
Yeah, like a lot of that stuff happens in this game. I have not played with Hollywood in a while. I kind of forget
Hollywood.
what his stuff is.
Up to no good.
Hey, it does feel good jumping around. Like I like a good triple jump.
The sound of his like double jump sounds
Check
very
this out.
Mass
Instead of
Effect
using your
Andromeda.
satellites to find
Oh, yeah.
agent activity, I challenge you to find some with like
So these are recon runs.
eyes.
It's that thing you've seen in a billion open world games, where it's checkpoint to checkpoint.
Yeah.
But it'll fill in more stuff on the map, like other side activities and stuff.
Okay, it's
And
like-
like, I have a chance of getting an agent skin if I do this right. Oh, look at that again.
He's hovering.
Yep. Oh, so here's one of those loot boxes. Let's grab that on the way.
pick it up.
So yeah, I got a vehicle blueprint in there, crystal shards. It seems kind of randomized. Like sometimes you'll get skins and stuff, sometimes you won't.
Are some characters faster than others? Like the ninja character, would she be better at this?
You know, I've been trying to figure that out. It seems like they all go roughly the same speed. There might be slight variations, but I don't know. There's not like a speed rating or stat level or anything, so they might all be the same. Like right now for recon runs, I get a boost. That's why my boots are all crazy looking.
Okay.
Yeah. Where the fuck's the next one? Oh, shit. All right. Another thing I've noticed, you know, when I talk about the city being kind of lifeless, like there's almost no NPC dialogue. Like the bad guys will say stuff, and your character will say stuff, but people on the street, like there's no real conversations or...
Well, it seems like you're getting a lot of chatter in your headset.
You get a decent amount of that, yeah. And it's kind of crazy because with 12 different characters, like you have to imagine they had to write different dialogue for every possible scenario with those three, so...
Yeah, it's all the work.
Ah, shit. Oh, come on, don't let me fail this close to the end. Oh, this sucks. All right. Oh, did I get it? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna
15 seconds. Yeah, I'll get that. Come on.
There you go.
All right. Oh, so I got 12 intel for that, so I could probably send someone on one of those missions soon. So yeah, other side stuff, like it's not... Like, I thought Saints was always pretty clever with their weird side stuff, with insurance fraud and like the poop truck and all that stuff. This is a lot of like, hey, here's a drop pod launcher, here's a hate machine, here's this ice blizzard maker, and it's just like shooting weak points on a structure. Occasionally these golems will show up in the city and you got to kill them, and they're bigger characters. But...
Can you do a story mission?
Yeah, I could do another one.
Oh wait, was that one?
Yeah, that one we did
was the
before.
story
was a
one,
story
yeah,
mission.
yeah.
Oh,
So the
sorry.
actual like missions.
I kind of
here-
wanted to see the cutscenes you were talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see if let's just try to go into one of these agent ones. I'll go into this one.
So these are like the character specific ones.
Yeah. So this one, I think this one might be like just playing as Oni.
And you can do this without going back to the arc.
Right. You just have to go to the actual spot.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Go warp into a robot car.
Okay.
Can you go on that moped?
I don't think so. No.
Oh yeah, I don't think there are.
Oh, yeah,
no, they
that
get
person
out.
got
Okay,
out,
great,
yeah.
great. I couldn't tell if you were phasing them with your sick tunes. Are there radio stations? Like
No.
change the D-pad or something?
No. So like Saints had. Well, I'll try the. I guess okay. There are radio stations.
I'm
but
glad
it's-
I'm here.
It's not like licensed stuff though. Like it's always just the same kind of beeping
Can you
electronic
honk the
stuff.
horn? If you click, you honk the horn.
I tried left click and it did not. Let's see if we get a cutscene here. Yeah, I really don't like the visual style of the cutscenes.
Are they like comic book?
Yeah, I think they're going for that look, but it's just it looks. Okay, we'll see here.
What are you talking about? what heartless
That's it, they all
monster
look
are
like
you?
that.
Wait, what was that?
That's just like a title slide. Oh, I guess that's all we get here.
Track down your old Yakuza friend Nagata.
A plus
He
on
has
the art
surrounded
style,
himself with
C
legion
minus
of
on the
trash.
content of the
I shall leave you
cutscene.
to do what you do best.
I will kill them all.
Exactement.
Shinichi, are you coming for me?
My daddy is a businessman. He always wears a suit. He says dressing nice shows you take pride
I think
in
that's
your
my daughter.
job.
Nagata. I thought we Yakuza had a code.
I know how Yakuza
Okay.
work now.
I suppose you broke it when you killed our Oyubun and the many others.
When I start
There's some weird stuff with these missions where you'll just have to go to spots for seemingly no reason. Like, it'll just checkpoint you up to a roof, but then there's nothing on the roof for you to do. Okay, so yeah, I can totally disappear here. And once you do that, they lose track of you instantly.
Oh, like completely?
Yeah.
That's why he is way up. He goes lots of places, and he meets lots of...
Yeah, so you can see underneath their health bar all the different status effects you put on them. You see how there's like 3 of them on them now? Okay, now 1.
Some people he worked with do not play fair. They are liars, and they steal. And
some of this voice work.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
daddy says his job is to make them be nice.
I mean, everyone does feel different. Like, playing as him feels a lot different than playing as Daisy with a giant minigun.
I think I like this where they'll lock you into this character. Hopefully it's a mission tailored to this character.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always are. I'm trying to think of any other big things to go over here. I mean, there's a lot going on in this game.
He says you give them 2 choices. Be nice or get punished.
But yeah, it is kind of disappointing that the upgrades don't feel like you're totally, like... You don't feel new when you get a lot of these upgrades. It's like, well, I guess that stat's doing, in the background, I guess I'm doing more damage or causing this status effect.
Are there cool analogs for your heroes, like in the pantheon of Legion? Like, do you got like neat bad guys?
Yeah, like, the last guy I fought was this pop star who was trying to, like, enslave all of his fans through, like, VR helmets. So he was handing out VR helmets at his concerts and trying to, like, enslave them, basically. And then the boss fight always plays into those weird things. So, like, fans were running on stage and I just smacked the VR headsets off of them. So the boss fights are some of the most clever, like, gameplay things going on in this. Because a lot of it just feels kind of samey outside of that.
But you don't fight them in these missions here?
I probably would not fight a boss here, no. I mean, it might be like a big tough character or something, but it wouldn't be like I haven't seen a lot of like named characters and story stuff in these side missions.
Didn't you have a shotgun?
Not with Oni, no.
Yeah, Oni, I think, is just purely silent pistol.
One guy has a shotgun that turns into a rifle. That's kind of nice.
What's that like ×1 thing you have over your weapon icon in the lower right?
Lower right. That's how many. That's a gremlin tech that I have equipped, and I have 1 of them. So I've got my Mayhem ability ready here.
Yeah.
Let's see if people show up so I can use it. Oh, yep. All right. Getting a good spot.
Something like that.
Before I activate it, I want to make sure I know exactly what it does. So it makes everyone panic, basically. And like another guy has a thing that makes everyone start dancing, and then they'll like blow up at the end. So here, they're all going to be freaked out. They're all going to be super duper ineffective for a while. So that's this guy's whole gimmick, basically, is he's constantly like instilling fear in everyone, and like if they're close to him, they're more scared.
He's the devil.
Yeah.
Is that
he wears a scary mask?
Radius move with you?
The aura does my standard ability. I think the Mayhem one moves with me too.
It's weird. There's like a real, again, like I feel like it's a very modern looking game with a very early 2000s gameplay hook. It feels like.
Yeah.
Like this feels like PS2 kind of like, okay, we're gonna set up these, environments and just shoot a bunch of people.
Yeah. It is a lot of that.
Third person kind of meat grinder stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. So like if you don't like the core combat, if it doesn't feel good to you, like that's what the game is, so it's probably not for you if you don't like the feel of it.
And it sounds like you're just kind of feeling it out to see how it progresses.
Yeah, I'm near the end. I've done like a ton of the side stuff. I was reading Patrick's thing about it, and he was talking about how like it's just really easy to blow through the game without getting any other characters. But I kind of did the opposite, where I got all the characters before I really started going after the story stuff.
Oh, you collect the characters?
Yeah, so you start with just 3. So I wanted to have like the widest possible variety of people to bring out on these missions. So I really focused on that at first. And there's only like a handful that you can unlock at the beginning, and then you have to like pass a certain story point, and then you can do the character missions for the other ones. Now I'm just kind of curious if this mission has like a big ending or a boss fight or anything, or if I'm just shooting dudes. A lot of times it's just shooting dudes.
So far it seems like just shooting dudes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shooting dudes.
Yeah.
could you just move on if you wanted to, or are they opening up checkpoints as you defeat the enemies?
I think they're opening stuff up. Like right now, it's wipe out all these henchmen, and then it'll give me the next thing I have to do. So there's the checkpoint.
Is your health just kind of regen?
The blue bar is my armor, and that regens. The health, if you swap them out, let's say if I had the 3 people right now, if I swapped over to Daisy, he would be healing in the background.
Okay.
Impressive.
Like,
a lot going on screen.
yeah. It's a busy game. Let's, you know what, I'll blow a Legion tech here, or a Gremlin tech. Which one? I don't have any of that one. We can call down the space laser. Corpses explode, which, you know, that's a pretty specific thing. I have a tactical laser. We'll try this.
Will it work inside?
It should.
Very tactical.
Yeah. Oh, and this will give me Mayhem.
So, really, no boxes you can buy with money that just give you those?
That give me
those like gremlin techs and like a couple of skins or something?
I mean, there's like skin packs and things like that you can buy, but the loot stuff I found in the world, like I've unlocked several skins.
No, it just seems like it would be something that would have been built in, like pay real money, get like 2 gremlin techs and a purple skin.
You know, that might be something. As I've been playing this, it's been pre-released, so the store wasn't active.
These guys all freaking out.
Yeah, they're really useless when you use this.
They don't like jump off the building or anything?
I don't think so, no.
And they don't like fire on their friendly fire?
No. I mean, that might be like a upgrade or something I can get at some point, but I have not seen that yet. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot I like, there's a lot I don't. I mean, the humor and the writing has rubbed me the wrong way more often than not.
Can you come back and do this mission again on a higher difficulty?
Yes, you can.
So it'll just like show a different color on the map because if you did it?
Yeah, there will be a Florida leaf next to the icon on the map for ones you've already done.
Yeah, there's something like a little bullet spongy about this character in this mission that is turning me off a little bit.
Well,
for this particular one, maybe.
Well, so imagine that, but in a much less visually interesting way. Oh, actually, I was saying there was no named characters, really, but I guess that's a named character. Oh, but he just looks like he's just got a name. I've seen this enemy before. So when I'm aiming at him, it slows him down. Shit, what was I just saying?
You were probably working towards those underground missions.
Oh, yeah. So you do that a lot more than you do stuff like this. Like, this is a story where I'm climbing a skyscraper. It's got a setting and everything. Way more often than this, you will just have the, like, hey, go underground, go through this door, hack these 3 computers. It's the same objectives, the same enemies, over and over again. And that has been kind of a bummer.
Wife and daughter.
What? Nagata!
The men who came for me and mommy are bad men. They are mean. So I know someday Daddy will come and make them be nice or get punished. That is what Daddy does. It is his job.
All right, I guess that's a mission.
Yeah,
all right. So that's Agents of Mayhem. I think there's good stuff there. I've enjoyed my time with it, but as it's gone on and I've gotten closer to the end of the game, I've seen a lot of the issues pop up more and more frequently. And like every time I go to one of those missions where I'm underground, it's just like, another one of these fucking things. But when it comes down to it, I like the characters, I like the abilities. It's been fun mixing and matching that stuff.
This looks like a game I want to like.
Yeah, I think I do too. I do like parts of it, but
it definitely feels like a mileage may vary depending on how invested you are in that combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As folks say, it's a mixed bag.
Oh, what? Wow. All right.
What if I'm a fan of the series?
If you're a fan of the series and the genre, there might be something for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. That's Agents of Mayhem. Thank you for joining me, guys.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.